Hi everybody, it's James, and welcome back to the Swifts. It's been a little while. Now, you guys would have just seen the last video go up where we played Motherwell. Now for me, that's been over a week, so I'm just coming to grips again with the save and what's going on here. I've been on holiday, and it was a nice holiday, but I'm happy to be back and playing some Football Manager here. And we've got a few things to go over with you because we played some games. We're here to play Motherwell in the Cup and then Rangers in the League. So let's talk about a few things. First things first, let's talk about the schedule. You saw us play Motherwell and get a nice 1-0 win, ending out the month of August. Now a transfer window happened. Things have gone on. Aberdeen, we won 4-0. Lillian Farrell and Celeste Young. Now, who's Celeste? Who's Celeste Young? Well, transfer window closed. We'll talk about him. Dundee United was a 0-0. Kind of a meh. And then here we are today going to Firth Park to play Motherwell. And then also, is this away? Yeah, we're going to the Ibrox. So we're going to play Rangers away. Which leaves us third in the table. Respectably third. Comfortably third. Well above what the competition rating has us, which I think after all the transfers and stuff we've done, it has us. Good job, media prediction predicts us third. I don't think that's going to be the case, but we still don't have anybody in the top team of the year, or what they would expect to be the team of the year, which is interesting. Though I think David Zabala is one of our top players. We've got an interesting team now. We've made some interesting transfers. So we've got some ins and some outs. Let's talk about the outs. You saw Christian Bielik leave us last time, and it was really sad. And then we had another defensive midfielder leave us. Benjamin Artigas has left for £66,000, going up to $215,000. He was a guy who I had some hopes for, and I think I bought him because he was Antiguan. And 90,000, you might think, okay, great. You sold him for 66, but he's got plenty of add-ons due back to us. And so I'm not worried about the sale. We were getting kind of log-jammed at defensive mid, and I kind of needed to clear house a little bit more. And also huge injury-prone and inconsistency. That was the reason for moving on. We're going to be warn people now. We're at the point now where we need to be a selling club. And we're bringing in Farrell is great. Bringing in like Gustavo Gomez, Lucas Frederick is great too. But we're going to see players come out, and I'll show you a potential big problem for January that I tried to mitigate a little bit, but I think we'll probably be seeing a huge sale. Also, you talk about huge sales. Jack O'Donovan went to Watford. Somebody who we brought in had high hopes for to be a defensive midfield prospect, or a deep line forward prospect. Was our record sale, was our record purchase at some point, but moved him on for $475,000, with it going up guaranteed up to $725,000. Double the profit on the initial sale plus extras leading up close to $1 million. I consider that a win, and puts money back in the coffers, lets us keep afloat. I mean, we spent a lot. We still have spent a lot. You'll see here that I reinvested heavily some of that money that we don't even really have yet, but I think I made some smart choices, and I feel comfortable with some of them. So Lucas Frederick, you saw come in, who, by the way, is developing nice. Along with him, allow me to introduce you from IF, that Swedish club. It's the Swedish left back, Chris Westberg, who is if you look at him compared to a Leandre, what have I been complaining about? Attacking left back, attacking left back, attacking left back. Well, he's not as mental or physically or technically gifted as Leandre, but he's quicker, has better vision, better attacking attributes, better aerials, and better defending. We switch over here to the wingback on support attributes. Let's go from the left to right. He's better at crossing, same at dribbling. First touch is better on Leandre, but marking is better on Leandre. Passing is better on Westberg. Tackling is better on Westberg. And technique is better on Leandre. So kind of a wash there, but leaning in Westberg's favor. Mentals. Now, his bravery and teamwork throw him far to the right when the stats that matter. Anticipation, tide, concentration, he's better. Decisions, not as better, but still high up. Off the ball goes to Westberg. Positioning goes to Westberg. Teamwork goes to Leandre, but 10 is all right. Work rate goes to Westberg. Finally, physicals, he's quicker. He's faster, he's pacier, he has more agility, he has more stamina, just a little bit less stamina, but he does what I want him to do. Not as tall, but left-footed. And here's the thing, he has the trait, shoots from distance. He's a wingback with 10 finishing. Like, I'm interested to... I've seen strikers get 20 goals in a season with 10 finishing. I'm interested to see what 10 finishing on a wingback can do, because we've seen plenty of times where the wingback gets into a position on the edge of the box and pops a shot, and you're like, oh, well, you know, he's got 4 finishing. What are you going to do? He's got 10. That could be really interesting. Next, you saw his name come up on the score sheet. He scored 2 goals. With Jack O'Donovan leaving, we had to find a replacement. And welcome to the first Brazilian striker that we're going to probably bring in the rotating suite. This is Celeste Young, who is obviously a Brazilian striker who we brought in to replace, I brought him in as a squad player to be like, oh yeah, he'll be like a quick little replacement for Jack O'Donovan. Going there, but then come to find out, you know, I had a partial scouting report on. Look at him now. Dribbling, first touch, finishing, pretty good. I mean, finishing 15 is great, but first touch dribbling is okay. Free kick taking, heading a 10, passing 10, technique 15, interesting. Penalty taking 11, pretty interesting. Mentals wise, pretty darn good for, you know, a guy who is 18. Aggression, you know, composure 13, decisions off the ball, flair. I mean, he is Brazilian. Leadership off the ball, work rate of 14 is wonderful to see, in teamwork of 12. But then the physicals come in here, and doggy, acceleration 15, agility 17, balance of 14, jumping reach of 12. 16 natural fitness with 16 pace and 11 in stamina. The guy runs and can turn on a dime. He is going to make a mess out of defenders with that speed. And with that finishing at 15, and we obviously can go up to 16, maybe get a little bit better on the composure side of things, he's going to be an animal. Now, he plays down the right. We've got Farrell down the left, and we got Zalaba or Bonifico through the center. We've got some lethal strikers going on here. And I was really happy to pick him up. Obviously, we spent $750,000 on him, you know, almost £1 million, but I think he'll definitely be worth it. Chris Westberg, by the way, $450,000. To solidify the left back position, I'm pretty happy with. Plus, we'll look at moving Ahmed in January. But I'm happy with that one. Finally, on a free transfer, allow me to introduce Alvaro. He came in because Webb got injured for like a few weeks, and we needed a backup. So I brought him in as the backup. Guess what happens? He gets injured, and Webb barely finishes rehab and goes on the bench. So he's injured right now, but eventually, I mean, I just expect him to be a backup keeper. I'm just throwing him on the bench and having him be there. Also because Webb is interested in the Rangers want him in a transfer, and I would be interested in selling him to Rangers as long as we got more than £40,000 for him. So I think we can do that. What is Webb valued at right now? 18. I think we can get better than that. But that's just me. By the way, Felix Bonifico is wanted by Aberdeen on loan, even though I don't put him up for loan. And you'll love to see that. The man is growing like crazy, and we're actually training him to be a complete forward on attack. And we've changed that center mid attacking player as a complete forward on attack, just because why not? Also, the fact that we have Zabala also who can come in and play in that position. We're pretty well stocked now. Speaking of which, Zabala needs to come on there for Richardson because he's got fitness issues back. And then there's that. But let's talk about this. Jonathan Murphy. I love this guy as a central midfielder. He's absolutely great. He's played a wonderful Matsala role for us. Even better, I've signed him to a new contract, but here's the problem. Man City want him on a transfer. They have major interest, which is a problem. Which means I don't think I'll be able to keep him if they come in hard for him in January, but I have done something. I have given him a new contract. I have given him a large pay raise. He's a star player. Minimum fee release clause of £100 million. If Man City come in and hit that release clause, I will let this guy go. Because £100 million is a stupid amount of money. Now, if they come in and he says no, and then he gets all pissed off, I am willing to piss him off to keep him at the club. Because he's got a release clause, and I'm just going to say, hey, listen, you signed the contract. That's the release clause. That's what it's going to be. Got him for 5 years. So he's an influential player, but he's not a captain. He does have high teamwork, but doesn't have good leadership. So I don't think he'll ever be a captain for us, which is good. So here's hoping. Yeah. Anyways, let's talk about today's game. I just wanted to see what my assistant would do here. That's fine. Bashira, Hunter, Friedrich. I want Murphy. I prefer him. Hunter's fine as the deep line playmaker. So this is the team that I foresee us playing going forward. Yeah, Suarez. I like Richardson. I like Zabala better. Skinner, I almost feel I can go back down over the reserves because we have enough strikers. We do. And I think he will get more play time down in the reserves. So we're going to make that choice. All right, so this is what I look at as our best team going forward. Semchek, Bashira, Ruiz, Gomez, Westberg, Dragon, Hunter, Murphy, Farrell, Bonifigo, and Celesta Young, with Webb, Brown, Ahmed, Lucas Frederick, Thiago Lazaret, Eliosi Suarez, and David Zabala on the bench. So if you were to ask me, James, how would you improve your team right now? What would you do? Well, I would probably look to get another midfielder. Maybe defensively, or somebody who could play defensive / midfield deep line playmaker, kind of as another cover option, and right back, a right back that we own, because behind Bashira is John Hall. And John Hall is good, but he's not meant for this level. You can kind of see my coaches don't rate him that highly. They just rate him as a championship left back. He's consistent, and that's great, but that's what I'm worried about. That's so like. If we're talking January, James, if you have money to spend in January, and the question is, do I have money to spend in January? I do. I have $269,000. Yeah, we have this guy Mark, who's Spanish, who played for Villarreal, who's on a free right now. So I'm just gonna bring him in on the transfer. Interesting stuff so far. What we know, he's got decent work rate, technique, and pace. So there's a chance he could be all right, but we'll see. I don't expect much from him. But anyways, I've talked your ears off enough. Let's jump into a game against Motherwell, right? Let's see Bedford Cup. We did well against them. No, we didn't do well against them last time. I have faith. Oh, yeah. Look at all that motivation going on. Yeah, we match. Absolutely. I'm not reacting to that. So here we are versus Motherwell. In the cup, 4-4-2. I mean, obviously we've reached quarterfinal. This is where the board wanted us to be. So we're happy to be here, but obviously advancing further in cups is always a big deal for us. The prestige and the money is a huge thing, especially for a team our size. We can't afford not to try to be competitive in cups because we really need the prestige. I mean, the money's nice, but we're kind of not too worried about cash right at the moment. It's about the prestige and being able to bring in players. As Murphy finds Bashira, backs out here to Murphy. Bashira makes a nice run forward, finds Murphy. It's on the edge of the area. Farrell's there. That was saved? Interesting. I thought that was parried into the net there for a second. But then again, my holiday eyes may be deceiving me with exactly what's going on here. Simchek finds Ruiz out here to Bashira. Dragon already on his yellow card, as is tradition. Hunter has Feral. Feral beats his man, tries a second bite of the cherry. It is saved again, but this time not held on to, and it goes out for a corner. Murphy's over it. We'll send it in. Gomez is there, but then again, right at the keeper. This, I have a feeling, is very much how he played against Motherwell last time. So ball is flicked down here. They're coming through here in numbers. Burns. Rees gets a nibble at him. Ball comes in. It takes a huge deflection off one of our defenders. You have to say, they broke quick on that here. They had tons of men going forward. Burns sends it in. Ruiz sends him wide. Gribben, yeah, it takes a deflection off of Gomez to go in. And we're down 1-0 in a game where, I mean, we've had two of the probably the better chances in the box. It's very rarely we get broken on. I mean, if you look at our shots, kind of all in the box here. We'll shout and we'll demand more here from the team. And remember, Motherwell are bottom of the table, but this is the cup. So obviously, things can be a lot different here. As we look like we're holding our shape good here. Westberg just gets beaten at the back post. What I don't get is why did the center back pull out? I mean, here's the confusing thing, right? Morgan's here. Now he's, he backs off, so the fullback doesn't come out here, leaves the center back there, dead to rights. It doesn't matter. Westberg just gets beat. And now Bashara is injured. And we really don't have anybody who can play. I mean, Kyle Brown, can he play there? I mean, yeah. And we are getting exposed here with our lack of depth at right back. So this free transfer that's coming in from Spain, there may be a problem. We may have to use him. His ball is in here. Carroll heads it down. Shemek has it. We'll look to see what we can do here. So he drills it right to Carroll, who's one of the goal scorers. Westberg actually gets his head on the ball, but sends it to the defense. And we are just not up to the races here as Gritton's in, and Shemek makes a great save. We are just looking horrible. Like I said, it's not... Dragging does clear that one. They let it go out for throwing. It's a flat performance from us. They have similar XG and similar shots, but they're just converting their chances when we haven't. Yeah, I am far from pleased with what I just saw. Let's look at some tactics here real quick. I want to shoot the ball on sight. And start that second half. Dragon on a yellow. I'm not happy about, especially because Brown is our cover at DM and he's playing it right back right now. It's some tough decisions we have to make here. Do I want to go more attacking and chase the game? I think I do. Bonifigo is... I mean, our strikers are just not having anything. Oh, you're having a laugh, ref. You're having a laugh. Burns just sends... Can't get out of the quarterfinals of a cup. I mean, look at this team. We have Rangers next, too. Maybe we can actually see something here as I pulled the trigger to make Zabala come in here, because Felix has just had a horrible game. Now we're passing it around here the midfield. Haven't been able to find a breakthrough here. Brown shoots it, and it goes out for a corner. We've had one before. Let's see if we can actually take some damage. Nope, we can't. Doesn't even show us the corner. Young has not looked good either today. Just a bad performance in the cup all around. I apologize to you guys having to watch this. But I guess, welcome to the Premiership. Things were not, you thought things were easy. You cruised your way up the league. The championship was relatively difficult. Second shot, 4-0. Wow, we have been really bad. Just horrible. That's why I'd take Murphy off. Like, in the midfield, we've been okay. We've basically our two midfielders. And just defensively, we've just given up the ghost. Westberg is not at the races today. He needs to come off for a med. I mean, a 6.1 at left back. Maybe a med can help spark something. I don't know. Oh, he's immediately in the action here. Nope, he just gives it away to McBride. And immediately, I guess this is why we have support on here. He immediately backs off. We allowed these guys. We're on attacking here. Gomez, Dragon to Murphy. Like, this is the one thing I don't get. We're on attacking it. The guys don't want to push that far forward. Ahmed finds Hunter. Back here to Dragon. Zabala, Dragon, Brown. Yeah, they love that. Give it to Brown. Murphy. Hey, we've forced a save. Took Murphy trying to whip one in there. Zabala, ball in. Gomez. God, their keeper has been crazy today. It's like his third save. Brown does clear it as far as Morgan. It doesn't matter. Dragon. Good cleanup play by him. Can we get it out to Young? Yes, we can. Young, can he turn his man? He can. Still Young. He overplays it. Adebayo comes in. And there's 5. I swear to God he was offside. How did that... Who held him on? Ref, he was offside. I am like 99% sure he was offside. Be interesting to see what the line is, It's not going to show it to me because they know they fucked up. Let's go very defensive. I just want to see this game out. It's just crazy how, like, we can go from being utterly dominant to just nothing. And once again, bottom of the league. And we're letting plays like that happen, just over the top. Splits us in two. Farrell crosses in. Keeper, too close to the keeper. He's going to launch this thing, and it's going to break our defense. Nope, Brown's going to collect it. And just kick it out of play when he had nobody around him. Oh, boy. Welcome back from holiday, James. No. I am far from... I switched to the Islanders. You don't deserve a rest after that performance. You're furious with defensive work and furious with your playmaking efforts and furious with your finishing. Everybody was bad. What's the reaction to the result? It was appalling at the result, and the players know exactly how I feel. In training, comprehensively plan for long-term is best consistent success. There will be no changes based on the disappointing outcome. Yeah. They're not going to... I asked for a coaching course? Oh, never mind. That's fine. Mark is going to come on with us. Right at the quarterfinal. Torn thigh muscle, 3 months. We going to need a right back. This guy could be an exciting right midfielder. He's a complete wingback. Interesting. What's that? To do is improve his tackling. Well, now we'll have to see how things go here. But I will see you guys in a second for the Rangers game. All right. And we're back here for the game versus Rangers. But before that, I want you to meet Marco Grandiosi. He was at Burnley on no contract. So I was like, hey, do you want to keep playing for Burnley's reserves? Or do you want to come play in the Scottish Premiership? And he went, well, I'd like to play in the Scottish Premiership. And I was like, well, sign this contract and come with me. So he did. And he's going to make his first start versus Rangers because we need him to. Because otherwise it would be John Hall. And like we said, John Hall is good, but not for this level yet. But he comes into a much rotated team. Semek is in goal with Ahmed, Gomez, Ruiz, and Grandiosi in the wingback role. Dragan Frederick comes in at deep line playmaker as Murphy comes in as Metsala on the right. Farrell keeps his spot. Felix Bonifigo goes off into the right striker role, and Zabala comes in at the attacking complete forward. I don't know how this is going to go. I do know Rangers played 2 days ago in the Cup too, so they may have some tired legs as well. Suarez, Young, Lacazette, Hunter, Hall, Brown, all on the bench. Webb keeps his position. Patrick Thistle tried to get Webb on loan. Like 33. And I said no. Mainly because I didn't want to get him on loan because you still have an injured keeper. And the other reason is, well, I want to be able to sell him in January. If he's on loan, I can't do that. Tunnel is a natural choice under these circumstances. Very happy. Have no issues at all. Yeah, here we go. Top of the league Rangers versus apparently now second in the league Swifts. That's only because Celtic hasn't played a game yet. Ross, I forgot. They still have Ross. Oh, this guy's going to be a problem. Kent, ball in, headed clear. Proud finds Blantley. Ball in again. Ross. I mean, this is the guy that was keeping Farrell out of their team. It's the whole reason why we were able to pick him up is this guy. Now, I could have played a more defensive formation. But, you know, what would have been the fun in that? That's not how we play. Who is it? It's like they will deform to us versus us forming to them. As it says, we've had a shot on target. They haven't. So, go us. That's a huge deal. Grandiosi is having a game so far. Ryan Kent is an accomplished crosser. Who is Kent up against? Kent is up against Grandiosi. So, maybe? As Motherwell take the lead against Dundee, Kent ball in here. Semek had it covered. I'm pretty sure he had it covered. I mean, pretty sure. Grandiosi, that's an interesting throw there. Finds Kent, Jung Yui, and wide. Jung Yao. Sorry. Hey, I'm happy with your performance. Keep up. And that is the God's honest truth. A holding Rangers to a 1-1 or a 0-0 right now is kind of a big deal. As Dragan gets another booking, as is tradition with the defensive midfielder. Grandiosi has been our best player so far, which is very interesting to see. And we have yellow cards across it. Did they say Lautaro Martinez as Murphy wins it out here? Finds Ruiz, Grandiosi, Dagan, Frederick, Dagan, Ruiz, Dragan, Murphy, Dragan. Bonifigo gets through. That's a corner? Lissandro Martinez. Not Lautaro Martinez. Everybody calm down. Okay. Things have... Gomez clears that one. Martinez will pick it up. Murphy is doing the dinosaur walk. Good to see. Grief now. Sends it forward. Branch with Urquino. Butterworth. Finds Kent here. He's forced to send it back to Headlander. To Mendy. To Headlander. To Mendy. To Headlander. To Mendy. Oh, guess back is back to Headlander. Oh my God, the ball comes through to Butterworth. Young needs to come on. I need some pace. Frederick is fine. Hunter can come on. Ahmed's going to get this for a throw-in. There's the double. And yeah, you feel bad about this, right? It's not a great game. And to have... I mean, we played them good. We played them tight. Let's go attacking. Jesus. I mean, when your new signing right back is like the best player on your team right now. Ball comes in here. Butterworth finds Kent. Guardiosi Dragon gets it, sends it long, but it goes out of play because Young didn't come over to get it. Change him out. Larzette comes in. I mean, do we feel hard fought by the loss? Yeah. But they're Rangers. They're top of the league. They had 20 shots, 6 on target. We had 11 and 7. I mean, just not there. Shemek should not feel bad. He did save a lot of balls here. Guardiosi is our best player, and he came in and played well, and it makes me happy. Despite that, I'm pleased, and that is the truth. This was Rangers. They were top of the league. Still are top of the league. You're expecting to be the wrong end to go. Just take it here first. No, we worked extremely hard. The team, the results will follow. Yeah. So we draw. We have 2 losses on the bump, but the Motherwell one is a tough one to swallow. But the Rangers one isn't that bad, and I don't feel hard pressed by it. Guardiosi made his professional debut. That's the end of our run. It was a good run. Let's start playing into October here. I mean, when do we get drawn into the cup? We don't get drawn into the cup until January, so let's come see St. Johnstone and Celtic. I think that'll be a good time to play. So until then, folks, I've been James. You've been you. This has been the Swifts. It's not how good you are. It's how good you want to be, especially with an episode like today. We'll see you then, folks. Bye-bye.